Welcome back to another car market video, and today we are going to be looking at the Lamborghini Urus market. You can now buy a Lamborghini Urus for under £140,000 in the UK. Before we get into it, make sure to follow me over on TikTok and Instagram for more frequent posts, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel. We are doing a giveaway at 1,000 subscribers, so make sure to get involved with that. Firstly then, we're going to be looking at the standard base car, which came out in 2018. This car had a list price initially of around £160,000 plus options. You were looking at around 200 to 210. Most of these cars are spec'd with around £30,000 to £40,000 worth of options. This is the cheapest these cars have been in the UK for a while. The cheapest example recently sold was £135,000, which was around a month ago. This is the cheapest Uruses have ever been. They have had a bit of a roller coaster in terms of values, but now is the time to buy one. You can see here this one has been dropped by £3,000. This one highlighted has been dropped by £20,000 and is low mileage as well. It's done 30,000 miles on a 19 plate. So that is now a 5-year-old car, 142.5k, and it's been dropped £20,000 since September. So in general, the Urus base model are the cheapest they've ever been. They've not done bad in terms of list price depreciation. However, recently they have dropped quite a bit. I would say at the start of last year they were anywhere from 170 to 180,000 pound. Now you've got examples well into the 140s and 130s. So that gives you an idea. These cars have probably lost about 20 to 25k in the last year. And there's a lot of options as well, with multiple cars selling and having been listed for quite a while. £4,000, another one reduced by £20,000. So you can see there, since 2023 that car has been listed and hasn't sold. 175 grand at the start of 2024. That's kind of what they were selling for. The cheapest ones on the market were around that kind of price, and now you've got that car not selling for 155 grand. So that just gives you an idea there. In general, that one's been dropped £30,000 from GVE. That one 9,000. So in general, they aren't really selling for the 160, 170 mark. For a base Urus, I think you're looking to pay around the sort of 140, 145 mark. Next, what we're going to do, take a look at the S and the Performante market. So initially, the S, this car has a list price with options of around 240 to 270,000 pound. The base spec is 210. However, Lamborghini, as with all brands, have a lot of options, and around 30 to 50k's worth of options is typical on these cars. So you can see these cars came out in 2023. The cheapest one there is £185,000. So that gives you an idea. 185, that is an S, and then you've also got this one here, £199,000. So that car, around after 18 months of time and 18,000 miles, has depreciated. I would say that spec's probably about 250k. So about £50,000 drop in 18 months. This one here has already been dropped £16,000 by the dealer. So these S's initially were going for around £300,000. So to give context to this, in 2023, list prices were around 230 to 240, and they were selling for over list at around 300k. That has since died down, and around 18 months on from that point, these cars are well in the 200s, and you can now pick one up for under 200k. So they've had some big depreciation recently, and now with the release of the new SE, these cars are probably set to go down a little bit more. But you can see even the dealers, 15 grand, 3 grand there. A lot of these cars are sitting at around 220. The real market for these cars, in my opinion, is closer to the 200k mark. Even though these cars have a high list price, and generally Uruses were known for selling over list, prices have come down. There are hundreds available. This one, you can see £279,000 list price, done 7,000 miles, and it's up for 225. So that car's already lost close to £55,000. So yeah, in general, big drops on the S. These are selling for 300 grand, so they've had a massive drop, and a lot of these examples have had 5-figure reductions from the dealers, as you can see there. So again, like a big drop on the S's. I would say if you're looking to buy one under 200k now, especially with the recent of the SE, do be careful, as there are around 50 listed as well. Another thing to say is Lamborghini do produce a lot of these cars, especially recently. They've vastly increased the capacity of the factory, and they are pumping out a lot of these Uruses. It's the big money maker for Lamborghini, so do bear in mind we've got 50 of those. Performante, so more of the Performantes than the S's as well, which is interesting. And also Urus in general, we're well over close to 200 examples listed currently for sale. To give you an idea, there's about 150 Bentegas, so even more than the Bentegas. They are really common nowadays. Here you've got the Performante then. These cars in 2023 on release were selling for £360,000. To give you an idea, that was when they were around about 60-70k over list. You can now buy one for 225. These cars list at close to 300k, so around 280 to 300k, depending on the exact spec. But these cars, again, a big drop, been dropping around 10-15 grand every sort of 3 to 4 months. 225 is by far the cheapest I've seen a Performante for. Relatively limited car, however, as with all Uruses, limitations are quite broad in this sense. And you can see there, £20,000 drop on that one, a £50,000 drop on that Lamborghini Urus, £240,000 now we are with that car. And you can see 289, and that was only in May of 2024. So that's under a year, so about 8 months, and that car's lost 50 grand. So that just gives you an idea. 20 grand that one, 35 grand on that one, this yellow one. So big depreciations on these cars. They were selling for 360,000, and now we've got them going for 225. So around a £120,000 drop in less than 18 months. So again, if you are buying one of these cars, do be careful. Do try and get one for around the 230k mark. You can see there a lot of these cars, again, 5-figure drops, 20, 30, 40,000 pound drops from the dealers. A lot of these will be losing money, so do be careful when negotiating. 12 grand there, 6 grand there. Big drops on them in general. And we've even taken a look at some of the 2024 cars to show you that even the newer models have dropped significantly as well. That one's a 24 plate up for under 250. And in general, we can get an almost brand new car with relatively low miles for around 20 to 15k under the list price. That one there is brand new, and would probably list at around 280, 290. So again, saving off list as well, whereas previously they were selling for around 80 to 100k over list. Finally, what we'll do is quickly check out some recent sales on collecting cars. 285 there, that was back in August. So again, that shows how much prices have dropped. 285 plus fees, that car would have been around 293 out the door. So that gives you an idea. Now that car with similar delivery mileage and spec is listed for 274. So even since then, they've lost around 15 grand. So that gives you not even 15 grand, closer to £20,000. So that gives you a better idea. Even this Urus 154 plus fees would be about 160. So again, that car now would be about 140, 135. So again, other than the 20 grand drop on that one, this 2022 car would probably be about 180 now. So again, drops on them quite heavily since 2024. And that just goes to show the depreciation on the Urus. Finally, if you haven't already, make sure to follow me over on Instagram and TikTok. Also, comment down below which videos you want to see next. I'm open to ideas and suggestions. And if you do have any ideas for further content, further cars you want to see, do let me know. Make sure to subscribe to get involved in the giveaway. I'll see you all for the next one, and bye for now.